Hello and welcome to another episode of Margin Called, the only channel on YouTube dedicated to controlling your losses in the stock market. In today's video, we have a little bit of a different subject to cover. I actually made money today. I finally put a cap on the loss porn, and hopefully this will be the beginning of a new trend for this channel. Before I go any further, full disclosure, I did in fact lose about $36 today, and it's because, as you can see on this falling wedge type pattern that we see here on the SPY, this is a 30-minute chart, I saw this breakout of this wedge, and I entered a long position here, basically on the retest, hoping for a little bit of a stronger push into that, what I guess would be called the power hour of the day. Unfortunately, that just proved to be another zone of resistance. Obviously, looking backwards, we can see here that the 50 EMA has been a zone of resistance. So this was a little bit of a counter trend trade. It was also in the last hour of the day. Thankfully, I managed to control risk and not take too big of a loss there. But nonetheless, I ended up overall making about $1,700 today. I made over $500 on an SPX Put expiring tomorrow, and I made a similar trade on the ES E-mini futures, which is basically a way of trading the S&P 500 futures. So I'll go into the, actually, just to make sure that this is legit, I'll bring over my trading calendar. This is from TradeZella. And this is the screenshot that I took. If you remember yesterday, I did share a brief update on some trades that I made on SMH in the previous days and weeks, as well as a couple of other different trades that I think I took on S&P 500 futures and just some options trades in general. But this 1700 that you see here, this was basically across 3 different trades. 2 of them were successful, and that was the options trade as well as the futures trade. Excuse me. So before I go any further with this, at least in terms of the regular, I guess, intraday chart that we have here on Webull, I think I actually want to share with you what I was looking at from a futures perspective. Now, this is a 5-minute chart. These are the E-mini S&P 500 futures. And basically, when you factor in what was going on in after-hours trading as well as the pre-market and just overall price levels in general, it really did look like that this triple descending top that I was talking about yesterday was really going to materialize today. Unfortunately, when I tried to open up a short earlier this week, I basically shorted a bottom, and I had price action move against me rather quickly. I managed to make that a break-even trade, but today I finally was able to at least capture the price action in regular trading hours. So what I did was, once I saw that the market had really begun to deteriorate around 9 o'clock or so, again, this is we've got our alligator indicator. I've also thrown on the Chalkin oscillator. This could help in the future. I'm going to keep it there for now. I haven't actually used it all that much, but it is of interest to me. But more importantly, what I did see was this consolidation beginning to occur, at this price level. And as you can see from our alligator indicator, we have a confirmed bear trend, at least from the 5-minute time frame. Unfortunately, I don't have higher time frames that I can share here, but I do like to look at the 15 and the 30-minute on the futures charts just to make sure that I have the right idea in mind. And sure enough, I was able to open a position here. It was a little bit uncomfortable holding this because I really thought we were going to get a pretty sharp rejection once we got this touch of the green line. I forget what these, I think those are called the lips of the alligator. But nonetheless, we were able to break down after consolidating at this level And sure enough, I had this red line as a tentative take profit point. But since the previous day trading, we actually broke this level at the red line. And I basically made sure that my take profit point was a little bit below this range, because I wanted to make sure I captured as much profit as I safely could. I did leave a few on the table, but I really caught the bulk of this move, and that's something I'm particularly happy about. With that being said, on the option trade, I basically was ready to get in as soon as I saw what was happening here. We basically opened right underneath the 50 EMA. I was more than happy to take a bet, at least for the day, that the market was going to make a sharp move down at some point. So I selected the 44.35 SPX put that expires tomorrow, August 10th. And I was basically anticipating something like maybe $1,100, $1,200 increase. I think I paid ultimately about $260 for that put. So hopefully making like something like $800 profit or something along those lines. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that much. I actually sold a little bit early on that put. But I wanted to make sure I at least had those gains locked in, especially since I had such a great trade on the futures. But sure enough, if I did hold out a little bit longer, I probably could have sold that put for about $1,000. I ended up selling it at the for $800, so it was a nice $500 and I think $36 profit at the time. As I mentioned before, I did try to go long at this level. Assuming that this was going to be basically a retest of this breakout of the trend line, but sure enough, we basically went right back into that channel. So not a whole lot to talk about in this video, and to be perfectly honest, I think I'm done trading for the week. A new rule that I believe I'm going to be implementing from now on is going to be no more trades on Fridays. This is in addition to not holding shorts overnight. Of course, if I see something that's absolutely amazingly beautiful from a short perspective, maybe I want to try to get some puts in there overnight or something like that. But as far as I'm concerned, I think I might be done for this week. I have no idea how the market is going to react to CPI data. I have gotten trapped in all sorts of different Fed chairman press conference, price action, FOMC minutes, FOMC meetings, and of course, different CPI plays. I'm not very good with those real sharp swings where you have all sorts of different length wicks on either end of the trading spectrum, where you're just getting stopped out constantly, or your option premium is all over the place. So unless I see something that's really, really genuinely beautiful, I think I'm probably going to just sit back for CPI data, and I'm probably just going to stay away from any sort of Friday price action going forward. However, that being said, this is kind of interesting just from the perspective that, like I said, we do have this falling wedge pattern beginning to emerge, even though we had this little bit of a fake out here at the last hour of the trading day. I do suspect that at some point, this is probably going to make another sharper move to the upside. We could be going back to this zone here up around 460 on SPY, but unfortunately, I don't really see an effective way at this point. It's still yet to be confirmed. If I was a little bit more of a daredevil, and if I had the trading experience that I had maybe 2 or 3 years ago, maybe I would try to figure out a way to open up a position. But unfortunately, I've been burned so many times with different types of swing and precision trades that unless I see something that's really, really encouraging or promising, I'm probably just going to try to stay away from it. So tentatively, I think I am a little bit bullish at this point. But again, we'll have to take a wait and see approach. And if it does come to fruition, maybe I'll try to grab some call options up here on SPY that I can hold either overnight or several days. But definitely no concrete plans as of yet. So unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for CPI. We'll see if there's any sort of unique intraday trading opportunities from a CPI perspective. But for now, I think I'm just going to sit on my $1,700 gain that I had today, and hopefully look for additional opportunities in the future. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to dig myself out of the hole that I put myself in. So without further ado, I'll let you go for the night. Thank you again. Feel free to like this video, subscribe if you'd like to see more from this channel. I'd be happy to share some more details about my thoughts on options, technical analysis, futures trades, blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. But yeah, whatever you do, do not get margin called.